Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.
What's up, guys? It's Mr. Fit to Flourish, and if you know me, I trade options and I trade stocks. First of all, before I get into this, I want you guys to like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. If we get to 50 likes, I'm going to do something big, all right? Just like it up. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is the bread and butter of all of the best option traders and all the best traders when it comes to stocks and options, so equities and derivatives. What do they do to be so successful? Well, they have a hand basket. What do I mean by that? They have a hand basket of stocks that they hand pick, put in their basket of stocks that they know like the back of their hand, and they memorize the volume. They memorize the ins and outs, the fundamentals, the leaders. They memorize everything about these stocks, and they're able to continuously take money at will in the market because they know how these stocks move. So you need to be doing the same thing too. I get a lot of people who continuously ask about like these different stocks on TikTok, like these penny stocks. We don't do those. They're not quality stocks. We want to be trading quality stocks. And when it comes to options, your stock intrinsically has to be a quality stock, or else your option is going to be trash. So if you have a good quality stock, you're probably going to have a good quality option. If you have a bad stock, you're probably not going to have a good option where you're going to have huge bid-ask spreads and just horrible fills and horrible volume. So what am I looking for when I'm looking at different stocks? What stocks am I looking at? Well, here are my top 5 stocks that I would recommend trading options on. Okay. So first of all, what I wanted to do is show you my watch list, and this pretty much doesn't change unless there's some big news on XYZ company. So this is my watch list. So when it comes to my watch list, it's Apple, QQQ, Amazon, Tesla, SMCI, Google, AMD, Nvidia. So all these Mag 7 stocks, these large ETFs, all these stocks have a ton of volume. Okay, right now INTC, kind of like a penny stock. I put it on the list because there's some big news that we're on the lookout for. So it's just one of the plays that we're looking out for. Don't add this to your watch list. MU, again, a beat up chip stock. Coin, MSTR, these kind of follow Bitcoin, which is why I have Bitcoin on the watch list, and Bitcoin's also on the watch list because currently it is the end of September 2024, and Bitcoin has been sort of a thermometer for the markets. It can give you an idea of where the markets are going to go when people are risk on versus risk off. So that's why we keep Bitcoin on this list. Okay. We have JP Morgan, we have Ulta, Microsoft, TSM, Lilly, Crowd, Avgo, Netflix. So a lot of this stuff is pretty good stuff. And then we have our treasury yields here, and then Qualcomm, Starbucks, all that good stuff. So pretty good watch list at the top here. These stocks up here are pretty good. Nvidia, pretty good watch list. Well, what are my top 5 stocks to trade options on? Okay. So number 1 is going to be QQQ. All right, QQQ. So why would I say QQQ? Well, QQQ is a ETF, so it's an exchange traded fund. So it's a basket of stocks itself. It measures pretty much the large tech stocks. So whenever you're seeing QQQ move, it's probably because these large Mag 7 large tech stocks are moving. Okay, and QQQ also offers same day expiration options, which means that options expire the same day. Usually those are more volatile. And when you're trading options, you want stocks that are pretty volatile and that have a large average daily range where they move up a lot of dollars or down a lot of dollars. And QQQ does that. It moves up a lot of dollars and down a lot of dollars. What else does it do? The options are super cheap. So if you're a beginner, you're able to trade these 0DTE options, and they really don't go against you as much as they do when you're trading SPY, in my opinion. And the moves are a lot more clear than when you're trading the S&P 500 or SPY, which is the ETF, the index. Okay, so you're able to take advantage of these small moves to the upside and get a ton of momentum on your options contracts. So that's kind of why I like QQQ. It's also pretty easy to read because if you see, oh, Nvidia's going up, Tesla's going up, Microsoft's going up, then you know QQQ is intrinsically just going to go up. So it's kind of easy to read in that sense. And the 0DTE options make it very lucrative. Okay, super lucrative. So that is why I like QQQ as my number one. All right. So let's get into number two. Number two for trading, it's going to be, for right now, in 2024, it's going to be SMCI. I am sorry. It's going to be SMCI. And why do I say SMCI? Well, let's take a look at it. SMCI has the biggest average true range, average daily range of all time. Every day it's moving up $20, $30, down $20, $30, and it has pretty defined ranges. Okay, it has pretty defined ranges where for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 or 7 days, even 8 days here, it was trading between 435 and 458. So it was like, that today, if we hit 435, we're going up to 458. If we hit 458, we're coming down to 435. Like, it was like very, very easy to read. But at the same time, it's very volatile. Again, we want stocks that are volatile because they move up and down a lot. So the more dollar moves you get in the underlying, in the equity, in the stock, the more your options will move. And that's what we're looking for when we're trying to make money trading options. And again, there's a lot of volume. So what are we looking for in options? We're looking for volume. We're looking for underlying volatility in our equity. And we're looking for quality stocks, okay? Quality stocks. And stocks that are in play, which are the stocks on this watch list. So if you don't know what stocks to be looking for, which I didn't know when I first started, man, copy this watch list and stick to these stocks, trading options on these stocks. I'm telling you right now, these are straight gas. All right, so coming in at number three option to trade, or stock to trade options on, is Tesla Schmesla, okay? Tesla Schmesla. So Tesla is a big company. Elon Musk is the pumpy dumpy master. So anytime he says something, just buy Tesla options, buy call options, because Tesla's going to go to the moon. He says, oh, we're going to make robo taxis, and then all of a sudden Tesla flies. Okay, so it's pretty easy to play options on it in that sense, but at the same time, Tesla does have a pretty big average true range. So every day it's moving like $5-10, which is what we want. We want volatility, and then there's a lot of volume. So the underlying stock, Tesla itself, has an average daily volume on the stock of around 80 million. Usually it's up around 100 million sometimes. So that tells you that people are watching this stock. And then on the options, thousands and thousands of people are trading options. So you'll always get a good bid ask spread. So you'll get a good price on your options. Okay. Now, number four for me is probably going to have to be Amazon. Amazon's options are super cheap. I know Amazon has a smaller average daily range, which means it moves like maybe $2 to $3 a day. It doesn't move as much as Tesla, SMCI, the Qs. But at the same time, the options are super cheap. So you're able to get a ton of contracts at a time and make a ton of money. So let's say you buy contracts for $50. Like, there's contracts that are $50 on Amazon. And then when the stock starts to move in your direction, that $50 goes up to like $90. So you're up pretty much 80% in just a small move. So I like Amazon in that sense. Again, Amazon is a largely traded company, pretty good volume here, $36 million average, or 36 million for the average volume. Huge market cap, so it's a large company. A lot of people are looking at it. Good to go. All right, last but not least, who's going to come in at number 5? Coming in at number 5. So this one was pretty tough for me. It's pretty much between Apple and AMD. So we're going to have a tie there. So the reason I say Apple and AMD is because, again, both of them are pretty cheap. AMD is pretty easy to read, especially for fades. AMD always does a double top before it sells off. If you're trading intraday on the 5-minute time frame, something just to look out for. I'm telling you right now, always does that. But then Apple has super cheap options, like $20 contract. So cheap that it made me cough. $20 contracts, and that's even for swing. So if you buy a far out option, they're like $50, $60, and it moves. Apple moves. So that's that. Again, a ton of volume there on Apple, and then again on AMD. AMD also has a ton of volume as well. So, and there are also stocks that are in play. So everyone's buying Apple products. I'm using an Apple iPhone to film this. I'm using a Mac laptop to record this. So everyone's buying Apple products. And then AMD is powering a lot of these computers. And people are always looking for AI and chips right now, especially in the year of 2024. So those are my top 5 to 6 stocks to trade options on. Let me know what you think about this list or what you would add in terms of options trading. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you left out SPY. SPY has 0 DTE, 1 DTE. Yeah, SPY is pretty good for 1 DTE, 2 DTE, but the 0 DTE are a little bit too volatile compared to the Qs. And then SPY is hit or miss because some days it'll have a big range that it moves, and then other days it'll just kind of trade sideways. But QQQ moves every day, every single day. And that's just my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you on the next one.
Process of the grind that shaped you and forms you is not the game. You think you become a champion on the field? You don't. You become a champion when ain't nobody watching you. You're doing your own drills in your own way. You're doing what coach tell you to do, and you're doing your own stuff. You become a champion in the dark when it is the